Yeah, I need this to go right because obviously I'm in the middle of nowhere now. And I need the fuel.
From the top of Alaska, I'm riding my motorcycle around the planet to the bottom of New Zealand. I'm calling it the Big Spiral. We're in West Africa, and this is the next day of my adventure.
The plan is to go through the desert. This line here is called the berm. It's kind of a war zone, and it's filled with landmines.
But yeah, this will be the longest off-road section I've ever done. It's really a maze of tracks out here. It's just... Alright, I've lost all tracks now. This is definitely an artificial something or other. And if you look at my map, there's all these like red spots. So maybe don't go into those red spots. I don't know. Maybe there's mines in those. Yeah. Sweet intuitist. Oh, it's sun's going down. Gonna run out of light soon, and I still have a fair ways to go to get to civilization. I'd like to go faster here, but I'm just, there's no actual road, and just fear that there's going to be some kind of dip or something, and oh, I found a road. Woo. Sun's really setting. Oh, there goes the sun. It's officially set. I'm getting close to that town, but man, it's I'm just pushing to get there. Oh god. Sand. Okay, I've just drawn a straight line to the nearest road, nearest paved road. 33 kilometers still though. It's getting cold. It's actually not too bad to ride this at night. The light is really showing where all the dips are, so I think still going slowly, but just dropped it. There's the sand here. 6.8 kilometers to the road. Okay, so there should be a road up here, 800 meters. Oh yeah, that looks like a road to me. And it's paved. Wow. Okay. Just gotta navigate here to the next spot. Oh, it's still 51 kilometers. And I don't even know if there's a hotel in this town. Which is, well, if there's no hotel, I'll have to make a decision. Okay, we've made it to, I don't even know. But it looks like there's not a lot here. The gas station. Is this a hotel?
All right, that was a massive day. I've never done anything like that. It was a good test for me because I don't really know how far the bike can go. I never used my extra fuel today, and I did over 420K on just the tanks on the bike, which is pretty good. Obviously going fairly slow, but also riding through like sand and stuff, which is going to use more fuel. But anyways, yeah, it all worked out. But yeah, it was very long, but also even in the middle of the desert, you know, so much stuff happens. Like I was just having a little snack by that tree there, and just about to leave, and those guys roll up, the shepherds, and they treat me to some tea, and I give them some cookies and stuff, and yeah, it was total surprise. And yeah, and then I couldn't believe how many camels I saw today. There's at least 3 or 4 herds of camels that I saw today. I didn't really expect that, but maybe I should have. Like, yeah, it was so cool. But anyways, yeah, it's I'm quite tired now, and well, maybe I'll just show you the room here. It's it's not the best hotel room I've ever been in, but so yeah, this is the room, and the bike is just right there. Little Cowie waiting for me. And speaking of little Cowie, she did really good today. She had 0 problems. I totally, you know, when you're out there, you're like, of course, she's never really had any major problems in terms of like the engine running and things like this. And yeah, she was just trucking away. Obviously, when you're out there and you're like, oh, I'm really remote, if the bike fails, I'm in a bit of trouble. But actually, totally fine. The bike is totally fine. So anyways, I'm just going to continue this video tomorrow. And so I'll just see you in the morning.
Ooh, good morning. It's quite busy at the hotel this morning. But yeah, this is a bit of a, I think it's a bit of a stop point for the military stuff that's going on. If you go down the road, you eventually get to the berm I was talking about. And if you keep going through the berm, you'll get to Algeria. So Morocco and Algeria, they're not the best of friends. So there's a lot of military stuff going on down here. Anyways, I assume all that stuff, that must be like those buildings back there must be barracks or something like that. But anyways, we're gonna head to the coast, and then we're gonna head down the coast and head towards Mauritania. So yeah, we'll just zip down there, and I think in the next video we'll cross into Mauritania. We'll see. I also didn't fill up. I'm still in the same tank I was on yesterday. Like I said, 430 kilometers so far. I just want to see how far I can go on a tank when I've been riding through the desert for a whole day. I still got this 6.5 liters sitting behind me. I'll fill up once the light comes on. Well, my fuel light just came on, and I've done 477 kilometers, so it's pretty much the same range whether I'm riding through sand or on the highway. So maybe I'll just pull over and put some fuel in. Okay. Now I think this is actually overfilled a little, so let's see how this goes with not spilling. Open this over the sand maybe. No, not spilling. The reason I thought it might is because fuel expands when it heats up. What's going on with this? I just did this the other day. Maybe this is expanded or something. I swear, this expanded or this shrunk or something. I'm pretty sure this shrunk and it doesn't fit anymore. I'm trying to decide whether just to pour it in as is or to make a funnel. Okay, I have a new idea. Don't kick this over. Okay. Just close this. I gotta heat up this thing because one of them grew, one of them shrank. Something happened, and I'm gonna heat this up on the exhaust. It's not even that warm. It's getting warmer. I think things shrink though when you heat them up. No plastic? This probably didn't do anything. Okay, I'm gonna try a funnel. I have a bottle of water here. Here, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be my funnel. Okay. Yeah, I need this to go right because obviously I'm in the middle of nowhere now. And I need the fuel. So doesn't want to stay in there. Oh, didn't think that through. Okay, new plan. Tape the bottle to the tank. Okay, hopefully it's on there good enough. Oh, this is going better than expected. Oops. The wind is picking up. Well, I didn't expect that to go like that. I basically unloaded the whole bike just to solve this problem. Okay. Okay, I think all you can say to that is, jeez. Yeah, I literally only used that bladder once before this as a test. It worked that time. This time it did not work, and there's something wrong with it. I'm glad I didn't have to do that last night in the dark. That would have been misery, but oh well. I learned something today. Camels on the road. Oh, the babies. Oh, so cute. Oh. Teenager? Isn't that amazing? This is all like grasshoppers on the road here. They're just crossing there. Oh, now they're flying. Oh god. Oh wow. Salam. Yeah. Plan. Yeah, wait. C'est bon. Oh. It just crossed the Tropic of Cancer. Now what does that mean? I saw a sign on the right there, Tropic of Cancer. Let me look this up. What does it actually mean? I think I have a signal here. So if you remember, in Alaska, we went past the Arctic Circle, and basically that's the point. If you go north of it, in the summer the sun will never set, and in the winter the sun will never rise. And so that's just like kind of an imaginary line on the map. Okay, now Tropic of Cancer. Oh, I have internet. Tropic of Cancer. At approximately 23.4 degrees north, making it the northernmost point where the sun is directly overhead at noon, occurring during the June solstice. Okay, so it's very similar to the Arctic Circle. So basically, in June, the sun would be directly overhead here, and then the further you go south, the more that happens. And then, what's the one south of here? In the southern hemisphere, it would be called... Okay, so in the southern hemisphere, it's called the Tropic of Capricorn, which is kind of cool because I am a Capricorn. Okay. Anyways, I thought I'd just point that out. These imaginary lines are kind of interesting. Maybe the equator is going to be the most interesting one. I'm going to cross that one twice. Or 3 times. 3 times. Twice in Africa and once in... where? Indonesia? Something like that? Okay. Continue south. This is my hotel in the middle of the desert.
Well, I made it to my hotel. It's just a really typical Western hotel room. I won't show you too much about this one. The shower is good though. But yeah, today was a lot more chill, except for maybe the fuel thing, than yesterday. You know, when I met those shepherds, like I knew I was like definitely tight on time. And when I met them, and they offered tea, I'm like, well, I can't say no. And I knew I was exchanging a bit of suffering later on to have that experience with them. And for me, that's worth it. And I knew it worst came to worst, like I have an emergency bivvy or whatever, and I would just sleep in the desert for the night. But I think it was also a good learning experience. I think I'm not quite fast enough off-road. Like I'm still, like I'll hit 60, 70 kilometers an hour and I'm like, that's about my limit. Like because there's so much especially in the desert, there's so much random stuff. Like all of a sudden you'll hit like some patch of sand or whatever with a rut in it and you'll get squirrely. And I'm just so cautious about that. Like I just don't want to go that fast because I know it can change really quickly. And the faster you're going, the faster you go, the faster it'll change. So, but it's definitely a good learning experience. The other thing I would have changed is I would have left even sooner than I did. Because by the time I got to the trail, it was like full sun. I should have gotten there just as the sun was rising, pretty much, I think. But yeah, and I don't know. I really enjoyed the experience, but I would also say it was difficult because I was definitely pushing and a little bit stressed for time. But and actually riding at night, like I was a bit worried about it, but in that terrain, it was actually in a lot of ways easier because your headlight, you can actually see where the undulations are, because that's the big worry is like you're gonna hit some big hole randomly because there's no roads out there. And I knew I could just kind of go in any direction because you could see other people, like their tracks are just going in every direction. So in those areas, really unlikely that there's landmines. Although I did cross that one big berm at one point, and that was like a little concerning. And there's like red dots on my map. Like, what do those red dots mean? But yeah, they must have been old like fortified locations along a line that they may have landmined. Something like that. I don't really know though. Yeah. We are really south now. I've put in a good couple of days here, and here. We'll take a look at the map. So yesterday I left Leune, and we just went down the road, and then just went straight into the desert around here. And there's like some kind of river here. I never saw a river, and went all the way like this. Eventually found this tiny little town, kind of like a little military town, really. And then I just headed basically straight for the coast. Was near Dakhla, but I decided not to go because I just wanted to keep heading south. And now we are very close to the Mauritanian border. So we are currently in Bur Gandouz, but I feel like it's maybe pronounced Gandouz, something like that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely a bit of a venture for me, and I don't know what else to say. Other than that, there's going to be a link on the screen to the next video or another video you might like. And then, of course, down below, if you look in the description, you can see how I got to this point all the way from Vancouver, Africa. You can see an episode for every day. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.